Ken Trahan with Donovan Morgan. And Donovan, obviously, the streak continues. You just run off 5 consecutive outstanding games, and a lot of that has to do with health, and I know that's a big part of where you're at right now.
Yeah, I've been blessed to be able to get back healthy, Ken. I have a great supporting cast, starting from my family to the team. Everybody's had my back since, the injury started happening. I've been working hard in the training room, man, working hard in the gym, just trying to get my body completely 100%, which I feel I'm still not 100%, but once I reach there, I think it's going to be more excitement to come.
The timing with Rocco, beginning of the season, it wasn't there. You both get hurt, you both come back, all of a sudden it's like you fit like a glove, man.
Yeah, me and Rocco's timing has been wonderful, thanks to Coach P.O., the offensive line. Those guys been doing a hell of a job just blocking, man. Without those guys, me and Kurt probably wouldn't still have that chemistry. We just had this understanding now. We had a conversation after one game, and after that conversation, we both had an understanding with each other, and we left it there, and we just came out here to play ball, and that's what we've been doing ever since.
Good Lord gave you 2 hands, and yet when you need to make those one-hand grabs, you're pretty proficient at it, and you had a few of those last week. You got the big claws, right?
Yeah, man. I pride myself on catching. Every receiver wants to be fast. Every receiver wants to be able to run routes, but, my craft is catching the ball, and I think whenever the ball is in the air, I think it's my job to go get it regardless of what. So I practice the one-hand catching in practice because I think 2 hands is so easy. You should be able to catch that. So you try to make your job a little difficult, and I like challenges, and I think that's a big challenge for me.
You took the long way home, of course, growing up here. Talk about where you grew up. What part of town?
I grew up in the Ninth Ward, the lower Ninth Ward. Then we moved to the New Orleans East. It was a rough road growing up. A couple incidents in my life happened that, had me to make a detour in my life. But I thank the Lord for the blessings He's given me. My little girl came into my life. She changed my whole life. So New Orleans has been, good and bad to me, but at the end of the day, it's still my home, and I love it.
You go east, of course. That means you go to Sarah Reed. Talk about your experience there as an Olympian.
Yeah, I went to Sarah T. Reed, coached by Coach Percy Dewey, who was a great coach. He taught me a lot, man. Only if I would have listened to him when I was in high school to lift the weights, then I probably wouldn't, still be here. But everything happens for a reason, man. It was a great opportunity to play for that school. I only played 1 year there, my senior year in high school. That shocks a lot of people, but I think that's all it took.
And you end up in Lafayette. Talk about that experience.
Lafayette, man, it was great. Great coaches, Coach Baldwin and Coach Ricky Bussell came in. 2 great coaches. I got a lot of playing time there, had great experiences there, and then I shot off from there, man. After that, it was a wrap.
Pro game, you've been kicking around, spent a couple years in Philadelphia, got to an Arena Bowl, got to come back here and play in an Arena Bowl. What finally convinced you to come home?
Honestly, my little girl, she kept asking Daddy, why does he have to keep leaving, and when you hear your 7-year-old ask you that, as a man, I think you should take the responsibility to come home and take care of what's more important, so I had to come home, play in front of my family, be able to do that. Haven't been able to do that since 2000, so it's great, man, and again, I'm truly blessed to be able to have the supporting cast that I have behind me.
You've been part of a winner in Philadelphia. How far away is this team from recognizing that type of success in your mind?
This team is real close, man. We just need to learn how to finish games. Once we learn how to finish games and finish on all facets of the game, special teams, defense, and offense, I think we can be one of those teams that everybody is fearful of. The Arizonas, the Philadelphias, the San Antonios with their great D-line. But I think we have the team to compete with any team in this league, the players, the coaches, the organization. And I think people are starting to see that. We still don't have the respect that we want, so we just have to take it, and I think that's what we're going to do.
Last year you ended the Voodoo season in Philadelphia. Tough loss for New Orleans there. This year you go back there. Tough loss for you guys in the last few seconds. You wouldn't mind seeing them again down the road, would you?
No, I wouldn't mind seeing them in the first playoff game, man, knocking them off, and we continue to go on while they go home and watch us win it.
Yep, and then win a trophy for New Orleans, right?
Yeah, that's the plan, man. That's another reason why I came to New Orleans, win a championship. These guys had a great team last year. When we played them, we beat them by 1 point. The first game we came here, they fought us hard in the playoffs. But this year, we had a rough road, like you say, injuries in the beginning. But now it's the second half of the season. We just have to finish strong.
Last thought, Coach O'Hara, talk about your experience with him and what kind of guy he is, having played the game as long as he did.
Coach O'Hara is a great guy, man. He's a great quarterback. He has his quarterbacks on the same page as if he was playing. The receivers love him. The whole offense love him. Everybody loves Coach O'Hara. He's a great guy. He continues to strive to be the best. And, I developed a relationship with Coach as like he's my father. He's a great guy to be around, great family, and he's just a family guy, and that's good to be around in this league.
Thank you, Don.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
it, buddy.
Thank you.